consistent.
Kind of a wide stance, and that's a little unusual. You know, you could run a 7-year-old through that.
Be careful, because some 7-year-old might run out on the floor and just do that.
And after the basket, we'll see a couple of subs, and of course, like I think college does that, but NBA won't let you in. They don't buzz it to let you in. You know, that's kind of a difference. There's some sentiment to maybe do that in the high school game.
So Leighton Neal in here for West Valley, and Kobe Amio will come in as well. 2 minutes to go in this opening quarter. 4-point Wolfpack lead. Over into the hands of Suleiman.
Now there's a tough play. We saw it last night. I saw it. I don't know if you saw it, Ken, or maybe you were calling it. But in the Houston game, Houston player went to the basket, seemed to be blocked from one angle, or fouled actually from one angle, and he seemed to run into a player. And it would have been easy to get 2 shots in line. Same thing kind of happened here. There was a player drawing a charge. There was a foul on the shooter, and it's just dependent on which one the referee thinks went first.
Second one, no good. Rebound, Jamari Sims. Earhart will bring it back up. Under 2 minutes remaining in our first period. 3-point Wolfpack lead. 3 team fouls here on East Anchorage. 2 on the Wolfpack. Down low, Sims. Back out on top. Leighton Neal.
Well, I know the old Chuck White teams, they want to foul you 80 times and hope you called 20.
Wow, that one blocked. 3-pointer blocked. And now
I don't know. That was pretty suspicious looking.
Good ball movement now by East on the outside into the hands. Suleiman.
It's not something you can do too often, is block a 3-pointer cleanly.
Well, you can watch Sabali. He uses his hips well to make some room, and he gets inside and scores.
Well, somebody came up to him before the game. They said, "Were you aware there's a player of the game?" And he is playing like he wants one.
Now a 1-point Wolfpack lead. Malachi Bradley swings it far side. Elijah Dominique down low. Leighton Neal into the hands here of Amio. Everybody moving here for the Wolfpack. Constant rotation going on. East going to stay man-to-man. Down to 40 seconds left in our opening period. Neal looks inside. Nothing there. Elijah Dominique. Oh, nice fake on the handoff. And Bradley gets hammered, and he'll go to the free throw line. Bradley may have taken an extra, instead of just going up strong, kind of trying to jump it around the defender.
Well, you got to credit with West Valley with getting to the line. They've been creating fouls and getting over there. I look at this coaching matchup, Ken, and I think of Coach Groudon. I don't even know if you can call him a young coach anymore because he's been there a lot, but there's a slight advantage on the east sideline. Chuck Martin has coached for a long time, and he appears even older than me. And he's run a lot of things in a lot of places. And when things come up, there's a good chance he's seen them before, and that's not true so far necessarily for Colton.
Well, I think with Colton, he's only got one gray hair in his beard, so that's it.
Well, he'll get more.
Oh, and the walk on the up and down here. 16.3 to go. 2-point Wolfpack lead. Boy, just what you would expect from your 4A boys state championship game.
Looking for a last shot here. And no hurry by the Wolfpack.
Another thing with the Wolfpack, Cook Inlet Conference, these guys are battling. What is there, 8 teams in that conference?
8 teams, yeah. That's
And in Fairbanks, the Wolfpack with 4 teams, seeing the same teams over and over. And that will do it for the first quarter. 2-point West Valley lead. We'll finish that thought about, the difference in the conferences when we come back from the break. So keep it right here. More of the 4A Boys State Championship game coming up on the NFHS Network.
This presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
Whether you blaze trails on wheels or on skis, you know what it takes to get where you're going. At First National, we deliver proven local expertise. We go the extra mile with high-performance digital tools. And we put it all right at your fingertips. First National Bank Alaska. 100 years shaping tomorrow.
All right, we are back out of our media timeout. 11-9, West Valley on top. Now 10 of those 11 through Stuart Earhart. Now I know the rest of the team will start picking up the scoring pace. Malachi Bradley probably averages 10 to 12 a game, you know, and I believe that Earhart probably a 20-point average point scorer.
Well, the most important thing, he's gotten rid of that possible chant of overrated. You know, they should chant properly rated.
We'll talk to the Wolfpack cheerleaders. I'll see if I can get that in there. As the Wolfpack cheerleaders are here, East cheerleaders are here, and building starting to pack full here. Kind of nice with, you know, Fairbanks on the road system or a 45-minute flight, which is much better than that 6-hour, 7-hour drive.
Yeah, well, I like them both.
Three ball on the way, no good. Rebound East with two players going up for that board. Trying to drive into the lane is Speakman. Speakman will bring it back out on top. Neal to stay out there, and Kobe Amio stays out as well for West Valley. Far side, Rushmeyer now handed to the point. Speakman, near side into the hands of Victor Meza. Meza looks down low. Boy, it seems like everything is going to go to Sabali here for East. And the charge.
Another offensive foul. And, you know, there's a sentiment, Ken, where people don't want to play in the post anymore. And, you know, it seems like if there's 4 calls in the post, there's 2 offensive fouls. You know, it's like it's really a disadvantage, seemingly, to get in there. And that used to be a big part of the game, and it's becoming less and less.
Earhart with it. He'll hand it off to Neal. Bradley. How Earhart got that one off.
I would tell you how if I knew.
Okay. That'll be an open-ended question. Boy, good ball movement. Nice save inside, and then able to get it back out is Meza. Three-pointer is good for Muhammad Sabali. He has got 9 now.
I've seen him have some average games, but not lately. He really has been playing well.
They didn't put his height here on the programs. What would you think, 6'3", 6'4" at least?
As big as you want to be.
Okay, and he plays bigger.
Yeah, he is today.
Boy, West Valley going to bring in some height right now, and Sawyer Peterson. Rebound East, trailing by 1. 3 ball on the way. Back-to-back threes for the Thunderbirds. This time, Akeem Suleiman hits a 3.
Well, that's one way. If you shoot that well, you're going to be in every game.
So for West Valley now, does that start pulling your defense out?
It may, but, you know, one of the problems, and trying to think of a coach that told me this from Washington down at the island, one of the islands down there. He said, you want to have shooting depth, because if you have one great shooter, they can do things that take him away. And if you have 2 great shooters, you know, there's options. But when you start to have 3 or 4 good shooters, you're in trouble.
Malachi Bradley gets called for the travel. He made contact, but drug that pivot foot. So Fairbanks official calls it, so not getting any homer advantages.
I think this Peterson, you know, when they go on the road, they ought to give him some meal money.
He's long and lean.
Well, it's good to be long.
Right. I'll take the lean part.
Yeah, I think that's over for me.
Right. Another 3. Sabali is feeling it right now. He's got 2 threes here. Colton Grouden taking a look at his assistant coaches going, okay, I need somebody to get out on these shooters now. Boy, a triple team. Earhart has it poked away from him. Diving for it is Colton Thompson. Last touched here by the Wolfpack. Now they find themselves down 5.
Well, Coach Martin came very close to getting that loose ball. He was right on the sideline about to pounce.
He may not be long, but he's lean.
He's what you want to be at his age, and apparently playing golf does it.
So coaching's not frustrating enough. Take up golf.
Yeah, well, it's 2 things that keep you thin.
Okay. Wow. East right now on an 8-0 run. on the basket inside, and West Valley has to take a timeout now. And so, man, makes it a 7-point East lead. It's a full timeout. Let's take a timeout as well. Keep it here. We've got more March Madness in the 4A Boys State Championship game coming up on the NFHS Network. Timeout.
Well, Muhammad, you know, we watched him in the Alaska Airlines Classics, a good tournament at West with outside teams, and he was very, very good. And I think one of the things that, you know, gets him going, he's good in games where, especially good in games where, you know, he respects the opponent. And I think he coasts or just doesn't have that thing. But in a big game like this, when he's on the stage, he seems to play better.
In his sophomore year, so, I mean, this kid is young and playing with a ton of confidence, is Jal Tharjeth in here for the Thunderbirds. And a little hand check foul here is going to go on Rushmeyer.
Well, the only better young player that I've seen is East Side Catholic, who came up from the Washington area. They had a kid, he looked like a pro, both in how he played and his age, and he was only a freshman.
Wow. Thompson gives it up. Earhart with it, gets in the paint. Got to unload it there, and they're going to throw it away. So Earhart, boy, they're just focusing on him right now. So got to be looking for that open man, as that was a triple team inside.
Yeah, that's another one Chuck Martin could have had, but he let it go.
Saving his hands for later.
Yep.
4:15 remaining first half. East again with some just quick ball movement out here on the perimeter. West Valley floating in a zone. Back out on top. This is Speakman. Speakman, the lone freshman for the Thunderbirds, getting a ton of time. Down low they work it now. Mays on the baseline, goes to work. Gets it to go.
He's got a nice game around the basket, but he also shoots well with three, and you know, that's a pretty good player, and often coming off the bench.
13-2 run here. Scoring advantage for East in the second quarter.
Wow. You know, it's like you work so hard, you build a lead, and they got that capability to score in spurts. And I think the other thing, too, is Coach Martin's done the greatest job. I think at Coach White, who's got the all-time wins, you know, who's going to say, you know, there's anything he didn't coach in that didn't work for him. But, you know, East players are so committed. They're in open gym all the time. They're playing, you know, a lot of organized ball, but a lot more freelance, you know.
Thompson gets his first free throw.
Coach Martin has them running great offense, and that's not really something they grew up with. You know, they're good players, but they're playground players, and all of a sudden he turns them into all-around basketball players.
Thompson's second one, that one no good, and the rebound to Meza. Here's Elijah Dominique, and boy, just stepping on. You know, in that Monroe game in the semifinal, Dominique, boy, as Monroe went on a big comeback, kind of did that on the sideline, saved it from going out and giving it back to Monroe very, very late in that game. So almost getting to that one. So Dominique, boy, he's pretty quiet out there too, but almost got his hands on that one. 3:17 to go. First half, 22-14. Thunderbirds on top. Boy, calling for it near side, wide open. There was Speakman, and as soon as he gets it, he hot potato passes it right into the hands here of LaRon Roberts. And you were talking about Roberts last night.
I like Roberts, boy. He was a spark. You think about it, he didn't even play the first half of one game, and he came back with 9 points, and now he's earned a place in the first half.
Earhart comes up with a steal.
Wow.
Goes all the way. No call. Still loose. Poked out of bounds. So Earhart just, I mean, bouncing, dribbling, hopping.
Sellers A lot of wells last game, but we're going to get to a few of them this game as well.
Right. Kobe Amio back in for West Valley, and Leighton Neal to think get a breather.
Yeah, he made a great move, and, for other guys, you wouldn't think he'd make the basket, but we kind of expected him to make it. He's that good.
Well, East doing a good job, just everybody kind of getting hands out there, bodies out there. It's like running through the automatic car wash for Earhart. 3-ball, that one no good. Into the hands of Kobe Amio, loses it, and now Roberts with it for the Thunderbirds. Again, quick ball movement here by East, wide open underneath. Wow, Mesa's got 6 here in this second quarter. It's a 10-point East Anchorage lead. Far side, here's Elijah Dominique. Hands it off, Colton Thompson out on top. Kobe Amio looks to go to work, nothing in there. Malachi Bradley takes a look. Bounce pass inside, Dominique up and under, and he scores. Elijah Dominique gets it. Minute 48 to go. First half, 24-16. .95 seconds remaining in this first half. 8-point Thunderbird lead. West Valley now, boy, chasing the ball around as those passes are just crisp. And no-look pass cutting in. And a foul as Roberts comes down with it. And more important, that possession burning some time.
Yeah, but look at the fouls over there. And we've seen it more often than you think. East already with 7. West Valley's played the whole, same amount of time. They only have 3. So they can get away with some fouls here and maybe should, before the half.
Zyomar Velez with it. East can slow it down, and boy, as soon as they say that, they pick up the pace. And inside is Meza. Boy, I thought he was going to turn and shoot. Under a minute now to go. 8-point Thunderbird lead.
Are there 2 LeRon Roberts out there? He is everywhere. I'm kind of half expect him to throw a pass to himself.
Right. Well, you can lob it off the backboard.
That could happen.
I say, watch a Diamond today, and they had a couple off the backboard slams in the 4th place game. Those games sometimes become some very fun games to watch. 30 seconds left in this one, and this one is definitely fun to watch. East, really, they can burn up all this time, and here's a foul, and now that's going to be the 4th here for West Valley.
Well, I think it was a shooting foul. And even though Earhart's not in foul trouble, you still like getting one on him. There's hope of getting him out of the game.
24.8 left first half. 8-point East lead. West Valley would love to get the ball back and get something going into the locker room. Meza sends it back out on top. Long 3, and that is good. Zyomar Velez, his first basket. Makes it 11-point lead. 4 seconds to go.
Time.
Off the backboard, and it goes for Meza.
Just before the buzzer.